Today, we're talking about a growing issue that affects many of us, but often goes unnoticed. We're all pretty careful with our phones and laptops, right? But what if I told you there's another device in your home or office quietly collecting some of your most sensitive information? Our goal today is simple: to help you stay aware, stay calm, and stay safe.
So let's start with a question. When you think about all the computers and smart devices you own, what's the one you probably never ever think about securing?
And the answer, which might surprise you, is your printer.
I know it sounds a little strange, it seems like such a simple machine, but in our connected world, it's become something, well, a lot more complex. And that complexity can hide some risks.
Most of us just see printers as these basic boxes that put ink on paper. But that's a pretty outdated way of looking at them. Today's printers are far more advanced, and that's where we need to pay a little more attention. A good way to think of a modern printer is as a small, specialized computer. It's got its own memory, it has storage, sometimes even a hard drive, and it's connected to the internet. It's collecting and tracking data. So let's take a look at how that actually works. Because they are basically computers, printers have different ways of storing and tracking the information that passes through them. Let's break down how this actually happens. It really boils down to four main things. First, they have internal memory that can temporarily save copies of your documents. Second, they often keep network logs, which track who printed what and when. Third, if you use cloud printing, your files are being sent to outside servers. And finally, there's this thing called hidden metadata. And this is where things get really fascinating. So get this, many color printers secretly embed a special code on every single page they print. This code is made up of microscopic yellow dots that are totally invisible to the naked eye. But these dots can reveal the printer's serial number and even the exact date and time a document was printed. So why does that matter? Well, the stored data, especially those little dots, creates a hidden digital trail that can be traced right back to the source. And this isn't just a theoretical risk. It has absolutely been used in the real world. Let's look at a real-life example. Back in 2017, a U.S. intelligence contractor leaked a classified document. And how was she caught? Investigators analyzed those tiny yellow dots on the page, which led them directly to the exact printer she used. It's a really powerful reminder that every printed page can carry a hidden digital fingerprint. And that digital fingerprint, it doesn't just live on the paper, it also lives inside the machine itself. Which brings up another really important question. What happens to all that stored data when you decide to get rid of an old printer? This is a big one. If you sell or recycle your printer without wiping it properly, you could be handing over a goldmine of your personal information. I mean, think about it. Contracts, medical records, copies of your ID, all of that could potentially be recovered by the next person who owns it. Okay, so now that we understand the risks, let's focus on the solution. The good news is there are 5 simple, practical steps you can take to protect your data. First, get to know your printer's factory reset option and use it to clear the memory every so often. Second, if you don't really need cloud printing, it's a good idea to just turn it off in the settings. Third, take a look at your privacy settings and turn off any features that send usage data back to the company. Fourth, for a little extra security, you could put your printer on its own separate Wi-Fi network. And finally, and this is absolutely critical, before you ever sell or recycle a printer, make sure you securely wipe its internal storage. So the most important thing to take away from all of this is that we just need to change how we think about our printers. We have to start treating them with the same level of caution we use for our phones and our laptops. Ultimately, this all comes down to a very simple idea. Just being aware of how your technology works is one of the best ways you can protect yourself. There's a quote that really says it all. What you print can outlive the paper. It can live in memory, waiting to be misused. It's a good reminder that the digital life of a document can last a lot longer than the paper it's printed on. The purpose of sharing this isn't to make you afraid of your printer or of technology in general. The goal is just to help you stay informed so you can be cautious and make smart decisions about your personal data. Remember, awareness is protection. If you stay alert, you stay safe. Thank you for watching, stay aware, and please share this information with your family.